Hello, welcome to another Deck Tech with Johnholio. This time we're going to do my Procesión deck. It's basically a build-around deck built around one of the few infinite quote-unquote combos we have in Magic Duels. I say quote-unquote because we have a 2-minute timer for our turn. I think it's 2 minutes anyway. Anyway, so the build around combo is these cards: Eldrazi Displacer, Eyeless Watcher, and Anointed Procession. So it's a 3-card combo. The good news is the deck works without the combo. It's still just a good deck. It's a go wide strategy for the most part, with some Anthem type effects and some board wipes. So let's go through the list. Starting off with some Blossoming Defense. The idea is typically to use that to protect the Displacer, and the Displacer only. Everything else is pretty expendable. Okay, you might use it to pump the +2 just for a lethal attack or something like that, but for the most part, saving the Displacer. 1 copy of the Captain, Handwear Militia Captain. It's like a win more guy, and people hate him. So if you play him on turn 2, he honestly baits removal. So I kind of feed him to the to the bears or whatever, the lions, at the beginning of a lot of games. 2 copies of Anointer Priest. Again, perfect 2-drop. But this one has some recursion. You can bring him back with an Embalmed ability later on in the game. Then we got 3 Primal Druids. Early game blockers / sacrifice targets for Pious Evangel or Extricator of Sin / Eldritch Evolution is the perfect target for that. Helps us find the colors we need or just ramp us a little bit. This deck loves having the more mana the better. So yeah, just kind of early game fodder. 2 Deck and Stone. Usually try and save these for massive tokens or 2 of a kind, or just something that's just otherwise impossible to deal with. But one of the best removal spells we have in the game in our color. Eldrazi Displacer, like I said, one of the 3 combo pieces of the deck. It's all about that activated ability, which requires colorless mana. We'll get to that later, but yeah, very important card. So Pious Evangel, more of like a win more or just kind of stall card. We generate tons of tokens, so lots of creatures entering the battlefield, and so lots of life gain triggers consequently. This guy kind of helps us get to the part of the game where our combo is all assembled. Also baits early removal. People hate this guy too. Then we have another kind of bonus slot, bonus card slot. This guy just works out very nicely in the deck. Makes tokens, sacrifices Primal Druids. I mean, does all the things we want, and gets even cooler once we have Delirium online. Nissa. I mean, do I need we say more? Baits removal and ramps us. It's like all the things we want again. Tireless Tracker. We need some kind of card draw in the deck, and doesn't get much better in green than Tireless Tracker for value. 1 copy of Rex Sage. Hold it for those pesky things that we can't remove otherwise, or last resort tutor for it with an Eldritch Evolution. As needed. It's a necessary evil there. And then 1 Pulse of Marasa in case, one of our combo pieces in the trash, or we weren't able to Blossoming Defense save our Displacer or something like that. Sorry about that weird sound effect. It's a little windy here, and my door likes to holler when it's windy. So, yeah. Anyway, Pulse of Marasa, kind of a reset or like a whoops button. +6 life, not bad. Eldritch Evolution is our tutor in green. We can tutor for any of our combo creatures, including, this is the other one, the Eyeless Watcher, is a 4-drop, so this thing adds 2 to the converted mana cost. So basically anything here and down, so hopefully Primal Druid, these guys are fine to sacrifice to. Any of these are hopeful targets, but I would do any of these in a pinch as well to tutor up our Displacer or Eyeless Watchers. But we typically find these anyway. It's a 4 of in the deck. It's a common. But yeah, it makes 2 tokens, 2 Eldrazi Scion, which can be sacked for colorless mana. And when you have an Anointed Procession on the board, it creates 4 tokens. Well, the Displacer's ability costs 3. So every time you do it with those 3 pieces, you end up +1 creature and or +1 mana, however you want to look at it. Shut up, door! That thing is going crazy over there, sorry about that. So yeah, that's the infinite combo, you know, so it's a little hard to execute physically in the game, pushing the buttons and fighting the timer. Are you kidding me, door? Are you freaking kidding me right now? Thank you. God. Hasn't been doing that all day, and now it's just going off. All right, anyway. Back to our deck list here. 1 copy of Oketra. Again, kind of a win more creature, but hard for them to remove, and, you know, for activated ability for 4, makes 2 tokens with an Anointed Procession out. So, you know, not just win more, I mean, it really goes with the deck. And then this, like I said, is our 3rd combo creature, 4 of. And then Thought-Knot Seer. Another good removal target for the opponent, as opposed to having them pointed at one of our more important creatures, and it's just really nice to see what's in their hand so we can play around stuff. With a combo deck, playing around key pieces that the opponent has in their hand is very important. So this thing really works well in the deck. Then we've got 2 Anointed Procession. Again, our 3rd combo piece doubles our tokens that we create. From Beyond, both makes tokens / mana tokens and allows us to tutor for 2 of our 3 combo pieces. We can tutor for this Eyeless Watcher or the Displacer with it, because they're both Eldrazi. So, not just a win more card in the deck. And no, we don't actually run an Ulamog in this deck. We could, if we want to get super greedy, but it's pretty unnecessary. Gideon, token maker, and an Anthem guy, so again, does both things we want in a token deck. And then the Angel, same thing, Anthem and token maker, so perfect for the deck. And then we have a final reset button in the, I say final, there is actually one more. Another reset button in the Green Warden of Marasa. And that can pull us out, you know, dead Gideons, and this thing can actually pull back our Anointed Procession, which is very important, because the Pulse doesn't allow us to do that. So that's what that's for. And then finally, 2 copies of Dusk Till Dawn. Destroy all creatures with power 3 or greater. Almost one-sided. We can lose our Thought-Knot Seers and our Tireless Trackers, but everything else is power, you know, 2 or less in our deck, so survives for the most part. And then even better, once we blow everything up, the flip side lets us return all those creatures back to our hand. So both sides very relevant in this deck. All right, let's get to our mana base. We have exactly 18 for green and white sources at the bottom, as you can see, and a couple waste requirements. Lots of 2 ofs in the costs, which is a little sketchy, but so far it's been working out. So even 4/4 Plains and Forests, and then a single waste fetchable with our Evolving Wilds. We have 2 Canopy Vistas, 2 Westvale Abbeys, very important for both the token production, the flip side Ormondal, and for the colorless source, so just perfect for the deck. 2 copies of Sunpetal Grove, 3 Ether Hub, another you know, way to do either color we need or colorless, perfect for the deck. And then 4 Evolving Wilds. because the mana fixing is a big deal here. Plus, we like to get our double triggers on our tireless tracker. Why not? Also, fetchable with pulse if really necessary from the graveyard. So that's the deck. Let's get some games. Hopefully we can find some worthy opponents. Looks like we're going to be going against Homeless Jace. Homeless Jace, typically piloted by either someone brand new to the game or a level 40 expert. So I guess basically you can't really infer anything about your opponent from this. Also with the default background, Captain Madness. So even, this guy's even somewhere in the middle. Crazy. Okay, we got 2 over 3 colors. I feel lucky. Let's just keep. Probably gonna regret that. No regrets, no regrets. So opponent can afford shiny cards as well. Gotta watch out for this guy. Anointed Priest loves to bait some removal, so we'll just slam him out there without a care in the world. So no Fatal Push, so maybe some counter spells now. Play around a Censor by playing a land first, and this guy doesn't even pause it. Why would you for that guy? So I'm not gonna play either of these into a counter spell. Okay, so he's tapping down. No problem. So this is probably an Eldritch Evolution turn. I'll probably fetch up the no, I need another green source first, so I guess this is a Deck and Stone turn. Well, so I could turn this into a 2/2 with the Displacer's ability. That'd be kind of hilarious. That's what I could do to the next one anyway. I mean, what are the chances he's going to play a second Woodland Wanderer? It's a gold, a rare, so very low. Yeah, let's just deck it. And fetch up a second green. Already cracking clues. I like that. I want to wait one more turn before I kind of play into this, I think. Well, does this go in my enters tapped. I think we can go for this. So now we have 2 whites. Oh, I guess we already had that Sunpetal Grove too. Okay. We could go for our combo, or I kind of like a Thought Knot Seer here just to see what he's up to also. But now let's grab the combo. I mean, we didn't get countered on our Evo there, so... Prism Array! That would have been a Prism Array for 3, that's not great. Alright, we're gonna play this one out. What the hell kind of deck is this guy playing? It's like a weird convergence deck. He's probably missing some colors. He spent his like... Yeah, he spent his extra color on the Woodland Wanderer that I exiled, so he's probably pretty upset about that. So we just get to have some fun. There's the rest of our combo. So yeah, are we infinite right now? Next turn, if this doesn't get destroyed. Screw it. Computer already just going crazy. Oh, come on. So I hope our combo doesn't get disrupted here, but it might. I'm gonna win pretty quick either way, with Oketcher being my last card. Oh, another Prism Array. Spicy. Like when I first got this game, I ran this in a deck and I just loved it. It was like, I did not just get a second Anointed Procession. Oh my goodness. All right, well, GG. Let's attack real quick. This will allow me to demonstrate the combo. And it'll be even faster because we have 2 Anointed Processions, so here we go. So you just flicker your Eyeless Watcher. He comes in, makes a bunch of these Eldrazi. Each one is worth a colorless mana, so that's 8 more mana I just made right there. Let's do it again. And then, yeah, it's life gain triggers for every one of these tokens also. So that's 13 life on the stack. Oh my gosh. I don't have to do this too many times with both Anointed Processions out there. It's a little silly. All right, I'm just gonna let this resolve and pass the turn because I'm sure this game is about to crash. I'm sure there's a limit to the number of triggers on the stack this game can handle. So you can literally just do this little move as many times as you feel like or have time for. You know, 10 creatures or 11 creatures, 11 1/1s is super lethal, so we've more than done it here. Okay. And then I think I have enough tokens for a flipped Westvale Abbey here next turn on attack. Oh no! Well, there goes my guy. You know, this is normally where I'd just make a bunch more tokens or whatever, but ain't nobody got time for that. Oh yeah. Well, that game really showed off the deck, so that was perfect. Let's try again. Maybe we can get a more competitive game instead of Convergence Tribal. Uh-oh. Looks like we're glitching out here. Mighty suspicious. Oh, it loaded. Hope this isn't somebody, you know, across the planet, because this game definitely suffers from lag issues. Is he really there? That was weird. We had a little internet connection hiccup there when we loaded, so yeah, our opponent's not here playing the AI, but we're playing a real deck at least. Maybe. So let's grab our green, right? So with that ether hub, I can do all my colors. So we've got turn 2 Priest, turn 3 possibly Eldritch Evo. Nah, not yet. Yes, yet. See, I was like thinking, well, I don't know if I need the Watcher or the Displacer. Well, now I know. So let's attack. fetch our displacer and cross our fingers that it doesn't just get blown up, which it will. But no guts, no glory. I've got my whole combo in my hand. If it doesn't get disrupted, that's gonna be GG real quick. So far, so good. Okay. Opponent playing Jund Do Nothing. Do Nothing Tribal. Okay, so Ether Hub. And this should do it, right? Combo assembled? Yep, it's there. So this game's over. Just make some dudes. I guess I'll just do it on the opponent's turn, since there's no timer anyway. One possible substitution, you know, you could possibly have, other than more or less of certain cards in the deck, off the top of my head, would be like a Selfless Spirit. But that's like turns the 3-card combo into a 4-card combo, kind of. I don't know. I feel like I went with like the those other 3 drops instead, and Nissa, and you know, things like that. So. And I literally have not lost a game yet. A 1v1 game, that is. Prompts a grapple in the middle of the combo. Computer, what? Is that lethal yet? Let's do it one more time. In case he's able to blow up a couple or, you know, something like that. I don't know why he wouldn't have done it yet, but you never know when it's the computer. All right, one more time. Good game. Well, let's try again to find a good opponent here. I assume a human would have mulliganed that last one differently. But that was just an unfortunate matchmaking issue. Alright, Homeless Jace. He's back. I'll go ahead and spam the chat with my deck list real quick. Oh, nice. A level 40. That's an easy keepsies. We need to draw into our combo, but I mean, these are fine cards otherwise. You know? So. Unfortunately, all tap lands, but our opponent's going to be a little slower here too with all those mulligans. Have not added this deck to my online deck list yet, due to it being a new deck. I just made it about a week ago. Been testing it out. It has not needed any tweaks since I made it, and I have not lost a single game. So far so good. I figured it was deck tech worthy. Okay, so opponent may have a counterspell or something like that, or a sensor or whatever. So let's play around the sensor. And some, you know, let's bait some removal, I guess, with this Anointer Priest. Fatal Push, there you go. Perfect. Midnight Oil. So maybe he mulliganed on purpose. Maybe he mulliganed looking for this. Interesting. Well, let's get some instant tracker value with our Evolving Wilds. And then next turn, I guess I'll Rec Sage that thing. Probably should have just blown that thing up, now that I'm thinking about it. That was probably a punt. Please resolve, please resolve, please resolve. Okay. Thank you. Oh, my clues. Gross. What a jerk. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Extricator while he's nice and tapped out. Hopefully there's not a Languish in my future, but if there is, I've got like reverse Languish in my hand, so it's fine. Wow, Watchers of the Dead? Interesting. Sending a message by attacking with my 0-3 there. So if I'm the opponent right here, I'm thinking I'm just playing with, you know, green-white humans, basically. That's how it's playing out so far this game. So the last two games, it was like combo city. And now you're seeing the other side of the deck, which is due to us missing, you know, we don't have 4 of each combo piece in Magic Duels. So, I mean, you got to make some compromises, you know? Is that lethal? 2, 6, 9, 11. That is super lethal. Could have also flipped Ormondal this turn, but not necessary. All right, so good game. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. I'll probably do some more of these tomorrow.